What's going on?
Well, hello, University of Rochester students. I'm your Dean of Students, Matt Burns, and I am coming to you again from the green room, not this time for fireside chats, but for a new series of updates. I'll be coming to you weekly, so sometimes I'm going to have guests that come in and I'll interview them. You might hear about some programs that are going on in other offices or some guest appearances from people that you know and love well so that they can add to the news and to the briefings. What I want to start out with today, though, is the upcoming Winterfest Weekend, which is upon us this coming weekend. So it's coming up. It's going to be February 3rd to the 7th. There's a lot of things going on. I'm going to put on my mask because we're going to have our very first guest speaker, guest interviewee, come in and help me introduce the topic of Winterfest Weekend. So let me put my mask on. Give me a minute.
A few moments later.
Well, I think you all recognize our first guest star. Rocky's joining us, and he's going to be here telling me his plans for Winterfest Weekend before I get into all the exciting things that are happening. So, Rocky, how are you feeling these days? I see you've got your mask on. You're keeping safe. We're 6 feet apart here. That's right. So you're going to be at Winterfest Weekend, aren't you? Yeah. So, do you know that there's an ice skating rink out there now? Yeah. Are you going to be ice skating? That's something to see. So, how excited are you to see the start of a new semester and to kick it off with Winterfest Weekend? And have you heard who our guest comedian is? Trevor Noah, right? You're going to be watching that, aren't you? That's right. So you have to register for that event. We'll have more information about that in a few minutes. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to see you at Winterfest Weekend, and you'll be walking around. I'm going to let you go because I know you're busy starting off the school year. So thank you so much for being our first guest here. So as I said, I'm really happy to welcome you all back to the campus. Those of you who are here, those of you who are joining us virtually, welcome back to your virtual experience. It's a pleasure to have you back. It was kind of creepy the entire time that you were gone, being so quiet on campus. So I'm really happy to see you back and have life infused into the campus once again. So let me get kicked off with information about Winterfest Weekend. Now, all this information is on the web, and so I'm going to ask that you look at the website below so that you get all that information. But I'm going to give you an overview of everything that's going on this coming weekend. You probably know that Winterfest is one of our 4 community weekends, so it's a really big event. All events are on the Wilson Commons Student Activities website that you can see below again. And registration is only on CCC, so you have to go to CCC to register for these events. When can you register? Well, you can register starting on Monday, February 1st, and that will open up at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So, those of you who are returning, and even if you're not, you might be aware of the fact that on community weekends, there are giveaways. And this year, I've already given you a preview of what the giveaway was when I was dressed up as Bernie Sanders. I don't know if you found that funny or not, but it was kind of funny to wear it. But if you noticed, I was wearing not the mittens that he had on that day, but this year's giveaway, which is U of R mittens. So the blue and yellow will be on there. There's a Winterfest logo on there. They're cute. And that will be this year's giveaways. So yes, mittens just like Bernie's. And you must pick a time slot to pick up your item. And again, you can find that information online. What if you're studying remote, and how do you participate in this weekend is the question that some of you are going to be asking. So there's going to be a lot of virtual events offered throughout the weekend. You can check CCC for those programs. Some will include a virtual concert, trivia nights, bingo, a question and answer session with Trevor Noah, who I just mentioned is our comedian this year, yoga, virtual caricatures, medallion programs, virtual activities fair, and many more programs. So check out CCC. There's a lot for you to do, whether you're on campus or off campus. You can be a part of this community weekend. If you are distance learning outside of Monroe County, there will be a mailing option for the giveaway for you to select, and they will be mailed to you. So many things that we're doing this year at Winterfest that we haven't done before. I already mentioned there's an ice rink on Wilson Quad that will be available for open skating and skating lessons, not to mention an opportunity to learn curling during Winterfest weekend. There'll be a snow machine for Wilson Quad, so we will have ample snow for people. Lots of free food, a new food truck with snow cones and cotton candy, plus design your own cupcakes with the university's award-winning pastry chef. So we've got that to look forward to as well. Social distancing will be a thing throughout the weekend. You may have heard that parts of Monroe County were in the orange zone for a while. That has been lifted. So we've got a little bit more freedom to do some things, but there will be social distancing precautions in effect. Wilson Commons Student Activities takes these precautions very seriously and has crafted a weekend that should make students feel safe and comfortable participating in these events. Similar to the fall semester, Dr. Chatbot, which I'm going to come back to in a minute, will be required at all events, and you'll have to prove that you did take it that day. Masks will be required indoors and at events, and special social distancing markers will be placed on the ground when required. I mentioned a virtual activities fair. So what is a virtual activities fair? Well, it takes place on CCC itself, and each college student organization has their own virtual booth where you can video and chat with current members. They're ready for your questions. They would love to see you stop by their booths. So remember, there are over 280 clubs and organizations on campus. So there's something for everyone. Even if you went last semester to the activities fair, go again, see what's new, and sign up for some clubs that you weren't aware of before. So what about this semester and events after Winterfest? There are going to be many events planned after Winterfest. They'll be added to the CCC events calendar as become available. There'll be weekly UR late night events, weekly open skating at the ice rink as long as we can keep it open, Rock Ticks events for the community, craft, take and makes, and don't forget about all of the student organization events that will happen in the spring. We learned a lot about doing this stuff in the fall. You were all very good about helping with that. We're going to put that knowledge to good use for the spring. So check out CCC for everything about Winterfest Weekend and about the activities coming up for this spring semester. With that, I want to move on to talk about Dr. Chatbot. So some of you, if you remember an email that I sent to all students last semester, I did mention compliance with social guidelines and the need to hang in there and keep up with that and keep ourselves safe, and that Dr. Chatbot was a good way to do that, even though we were seeing that of all the different things you all had to do last semester, the compliance rate for that was kind of low. So this semester, in order to get at that, there's going to be a competition. Information about this competition is also on the Wilson Commons Student Activities site, and you can see that website below. But we're going to call it Complete and Compete. That's the name of this competition this year. Complete and Compete Dr. Chatbot. So all students who are going to be in person on university property this semester at any point during the spring semester are eligible to participate, even if you're not on every single day. But you will have to complete Dr. Chatbox every single day, whether or not you're on campus, in order to be eligible for the prizes. So you're going to be earning rewards for completing Dr. Chatbot every day, and you can win anything from Rochester swag to Starbucks drinks to a shot at one of our grand prizes. The competition will span from February 5th, the kickoff of Winterfest Weekend, 2021, through May 6th, 2021. Opportunities to win will happen throughout the semester. So you have to register for this as well. You have to register to join the competition at the link below, and you'll get clues to Prize Patrol pop-up events throughout the semester. I'll get back to that in a minute. Second, in addition to registering, you're going to have to go on to Dr. Chatbot every day and complete it. Dr. Chatbot completion improves your chances to win. Plus, look out for the pop-up prize patrol, as I mentioned, and contests throughout the semester. There are over 100 prizes available. 5 of the schools are participating. So College of Arts and Sciences is participating, Simon School, the School of Medicine and Dentistry, the School of Nursing, and the Eastman School of Music are all participating in Dr. Chatbox. So graduate students and undergraduate students on both campuses, Eastman and the River campus, are eligible. And then there will be 3 grand prize drawings. So what are the grand prize drawings? I'll give you a hint. One is, for sure, a free parking space on campus. So that's good. That alone is well worth your time in completing the Dr. Chatbot every day. But we'll be giving away more. There'll be iPods and there'll be other prizes. And again, you can see those at the Wilson Commons Student Activities website. There's also an unlimited dining plan in one of the grand prizes. I forgot to mention that. So again, they're really good prizes. And we're trying hard to create incentives for all of you to complete Dr. Chatbox to get us through the semester safely. Going into the spring semester, I know it's going to look a lot like we ended the fall. We're still kind of in the same place. We're still in the middle of the second wave of this thing. But as you know, if you've been following the news, there's light at the end of the tunnel. You can tune in to this show, whatever it's going to be called, every week. And if you've got ideas on what it can be called, I'm looking for things that are appropriate, thank you very much, but also funny. So if you've got ideas, you can mail them directly to me. In the meantime, I'm going to put my thinking cap on and see if I can come up with a good and funny name for this. But I'm glad to be coming to you every week. I'm really glad to see you all back. And I'll catch you next week on whatever this is called. Maybe that'll be the title of it. Thanks.